What I'd like to do with you now is share something that's actually a really deep practice. It's called Yantra. And this has nothing to do with sex, but it has everything to do with your spiritual evolution, your awakening process. This, in the science of Tantra, it's called Mantra Yantra Tantra. And that means mantra, using the sound that is the foundation building block of consciousness and of this world. In the Bible, they said, and God said, let there be light, and in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and I'm not so good at quoting the Bible, but you get the point. It's the sound vibration that has created this universe, according to several different studies and spiritual teachings. So Sanskrit is called Devanagari, the language of the gods, and it has been given to the sages, the seers, the mystics of long ago to translate the energy of the universe into a sound vibration. And so we can use those sound vibrations to create a resonance with any energy of the universe. The power of mantra is profound. I was in a 10-day retreat in India many years ago, and the guru was teaching us mantra, and I just thought, okay, great, it's just nice to sing and it sounds good. My body was shaking, I was sweating, I was dizzy just from saying some words, because it's the vibration that impacts your physical, your energetic, your emotional, and your mental bodies. This stuff is really powerful, and it's been diluted because we have so many words and we talk so much without any real meaning sometimes, and word doesn't have so much power anymore, or we don't believe it has power. But if you start to understand that these mantras are actually the building blocks of consciousness, each of the 50, I think it's 52 or 54 sounds of the Sanskrit language relate to a different energy of the universe. And when you put them together, there are seed sounds, one syllable, that have no intellectual meaning for each of the chakras. So if you want to work at a deeper level with your chakra, you learn the bija mantras. That means seed. Bija is seed. And you use that. So at the root chakra, I can say lam, 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 out loud or in my mind. And that creates a vibration that's in resonance with the root chakra. Each chakra has one of those syllables. The next one is vam, then ram, then ham, no, then, yeah. What? Ham. Then yam, no, sorry, yam, ham, yam, om, silence. So these mantras brought together with yantra, which is a geometric shape. Remember, all shapes have vibration. All sounds have vibration. This is a geometric representation of a specific energy of the universe. And when they use a tonoscope, which is a scientific technology to put sound vibration into form, when people chant Om, this is the form that comes up. And this was created long before that technology ever existed, long before. So the great mystics and yogis knew that this was the representation of Om. And what is Om? It's the fundamental building block of the universe. It's the word or the voice of God. It is the mother of all, and the father and mother of all mantras. It is the sound that the voice makes when you move sound through Aum. The mouth goes through all the possible movements of expression, from Aum, and then the tongue touching the roof of the mouth at the end to make And this sound is what they say is the sound of the universe, the hum. It's the sound of creation. And there's so many different things. It talks about Om as being the foundation of the 4 levels of consciousness. We have waking, we have dreaming, we have deep sleep without dreams, and then there's something beyond that, and that's the superconscious state. So Om encompasses all of those states of consciousness. So when we chant Om and we look at the mantra, we're putting ourselves into resonance with the foundation of consciousness. Now the beauty of this mantra is not only that, but you also get to, according to my understanding, my experience, and what the teachers say, it's a boon, it's a blessing for abundance, tremendous abundance, because now you're in resonance with the source of all things. Now you get abundance flowing into your life, not just material abundance, but spiritual abundance, meaning spiritual awakening. And I can say that working with this yantra has transformed so many things in my life. And all I can do is say it and present this to you. But I do this every day for at least 10, 15, 20 minutes. And what you do is called trataka. This is the science of eye gazing, where you place this yantra. There's a dot in the center called a bindu, and that's the source of creation. The bindu is the source, the dot in the center. And you place that dot at the level of your eyes. You sit with the spine straight. You put your first finger and thumb together. And just like you gazed into someone else's eye, you gaze into that yantra. And what you do is you inhale and you bring that point into your third eye. And as you exhale, you send your consciousness into the point, and you start to connect with this. It will start to move. It will start to become three-dimensional. The colors will change. It's profound what happens when you go deep into the science of yantra. That's why the whole thing is about mantra, tantra, yantra. These are the two most powerful techniques that I can share with you, mantra and tantra, or mantra and yantra. That's the whole meaning of tantra eventually. So the great sage Patanjali, who wrote the Yoga Sutras, which is the Bible of classical yoga, said that the only practice you need to reach enlightenment is chanting the mantra Om again and again and again, because it purifies your vibration and sets your whole being in resonance with the source of creation. All right, I think you get it. This is it. This is so powerful. So what I'd like to do is get everybody close enough where you can actually see this, and we're going to do a Tarataka practice with this. Now, I can't hang it at eye level for you right now, but you can go online, you can print this out. Thanks. That'd be best, yeah. Now there's a couple different ways to do this, and we're going to play with some of them right now. The first is just make sure your spine is straight, first finger and thumb together. Make sure you're comfortable and relaxed. The eyes are not straining, they're completely relaxed, but just like eye gazing in a human's eye, try to keep them open. If you blink, it's okay, but each time you blink, you cut the energy connection. So with practice, you are able to gaze, and the eyes will start to water, and then you don't have to blink anymore. But in the beginning, you blink a bit, and that's okay. Now, as you gaze at that, you inhale that dot into your third eye, just with your intention. And as you exhale, you send your consciousness into the center. As you exhale, gently lift your pelvic floor and send the energy up to your third eye and out your third eye to the dot. So as you exhale, gently pulse up your root chakra, your mula bandha, your root lock, and send the energy up through the spine to the third eye and out to that dot. And as you inhale, draw that yantra into your being through the third eye. As you gaze at the center, at the same time, take it all in. So you can do this just for 5-10 minutes a day, and you'll see changes come. You're setting your mind in resonance with something that's very powerful. It's the source. And eventually this opens, literally it transforms into a portal in which you see into the foundation of consciousness. I know these are just words, but that's all I can try to use, is that you see something that is deeper than two-dimensional. It becomes a portal, it opens, and you go into this portal. But that takes a little practice, a little bit of mental concentration. And as you do this meditation every day, you're strengthening your eyes, you're purifying and strengthening your mind, and you are gaining greater concentration and willpower. So there's a lot of reasons why to bring this into your daily practice. I'm just trying to give you as many tools as I can in this time I'm with you. And it's not just about physical tools, it's also about mental tools, because the mind is the gateway to the dimension beyond the mind. Once we get beyond the mind, then we can go into the heart, because it's the mind that's preventing us from living in unconditional love. So we need some training to balance the mind so that we can step into and receive the teachings of the heart. This is the real science, is going beyond the mind so that you can receive the unconditional love and live in that state beyond the mind. Okay. Sina, can we turn some lights on? So what do you think of the yantra? I mean, maybe you don't see anything yet, but it will light up for you if you spend a little time with it. And guys, you don't have to just believe me. Go research online. This is called the Sri Yantra, S-R-I. You can look online about the Sri Yantra and get tons of information. It's the mother of all yantras. It's the source of abundance, physical and spiritual, and all the other things that I've said and much more.